show want to take another leg down. And of course, we were all expecting this bull run to happen in 2025. We had an impulse and then it just was not doing more than it was doing, and we've gone lower, and it clearly wants to go another leg lower. And taking a look at the crypto fear and greed index, we are in extreme fear right now, and all that shows is the perfect opportunity to get involved. But of course, I am not a financial advisor and this is not financial advice. But let's take a look at the entire markets. We're going to take a look at the stock to flow model as well. However, before we do that and before we look into the charts, we're going to look at the astrology. So welcome everyone. For those who are new, if you're not, then welcome. My name is Kelita, Sahliah. I cover astrology in combination with the crypto market, so we can see what's going on. If you have like diverted away from this video at this point, you probably won't hear this message, but this clearly is not for you. You do not see that astrology is nothing but an algorithm that runs our entire hologram, which has a big impact on the stock market and the crypto market as well. So if you don't want to hear that, then this video is not for you. If you are ready to hear that, then this video is for you. So let's take a look at where we are. It is the 15th today, but you're most likely going to see on the 16th. And what is coming up, the main thing we're going to be paying attention to is this new moon coming up right here. So we had our full moon, which was in Taurus, and price bounced off of this level. When we look into the charts, you will see that price has bounced off it. Now we are fully into our new moon phase. The moon phases start 5 days before it happens. So as you're seeing this video, we are in our new moon phase right now, and it finishes 5 days after. So basically, as we're in our Christmas period, the new moon phase will finish. The new moon, price likes to find its resistance level. So this is why I'm saying price is going, it is going to make a step lower. Even if you wasn't to like acknowledge the new moon phases or the moon phases, you can see from the technical analysis alone that we're going to make a step lower. If you wasn't looking at the technical analysis, then basically based off the moon phases, you would know we are going to make that step lower going down. So what does this mean, and what am I seeing? So we will be entering into, on Saturday the 20th, a new moon in Sagittarius, and these energies have picked up from now. So what am I seeing with this? Whenever I see Sagittarius, it is the centurion. It's very mystical. It has the bow and arrow, half man, half horse. What do you see when you see a bow and arrow? You get a whole pullback just as the sun will be entering into Sagittarius very soon, because right now the sun is in Ophiuchus. Okay, it entered Ophiuchus on the 29th of November, as you can see right here. So we're in Ophiuchus now, and we're getting ready to enter into Sagittarius. So we've got this bow and arrow energy, even when it comes to Mars, so people's natural drive and passion, even when it comes to Venus as we enter into it. Look at a bow and arrow. Bow and arrows have precision, it's precise. But in order to get that precision, what needs to happen? We need to pull back. Literally just like a bow and arrow. I wish I knew how to draw it on the laptop, but literally just watch the mouse. Just like a bow and arrow, we pull back to propel us forward. So this is the energy of Sagittarius, which is going on right now and which I'm seeing happening in the market. So when it comes to our new moon, price likes to find its resistance level, and we're clearly finding its price's resistance level in the market. That's happening now, as you can clearly see. If the laptop wants to laptop. We've reached our resistance level. Okay, we've reached our resistance level. You can clearly see we're taking a lower step down, potentially to either this level or this level when it comes to Bitcoin, but we're getting to the technical analysis in a moment. However, we need to have this pullback in order to have the precision to go up. So this is telling me many of us was anticipating a whole bull run in 2025. We had a decent amount of like upwards momentum. We truly did. A lot of cryptos, not all, but a lot had reached their all-time highs, new all-time highs, and so on and so on. But it wasn't quite what we were expecting. There was a lot of talk of a super cycle and things of that nature. And to be quite honest with you, a super cycle is a possibility. Things aren't running the same as the 4 cycles anymore. So things are running a bit different. And I feel this difference needs to happen because whatever is the outcome of this difference, i.e., going into 2026, potentially a big run, the beginning of the year, maybe last run, coming to the summer or the end of the year. Something needs to happen which is so outrageous where all of the laws, legislations, and things that they've been trying to work on in the background will be a case of like, this needs to happen now. It's clear. So this is telling me the highs and the targets we're expecting may be much higher than what's coming. So that's just something I need to put out there. I just had to have a sip of my juice. So we're in this resistance level. I feel that that is what I was talking about before, is something that is going to happen. But let's focus on what's happening now. So, of course, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. It's for entertainment purposes only. TikTok, entertainment purposes only. TikTok. This is just for TikTok. For my YouTube fam, YouTube is not that strict. However, I need to let that known. I'm definitely seeing we're going to get highs that are potentially astronomical, or just like, shit, damn, I didn't expect it to go that high. However, right now in this moment, what's happening now, we will be having this pullback. Why? Confirmation burp. We are in this Sagittarius energy. We're getting our precision precise. We are mature in knowing where we're going to go. And in knowing where we're going to go, a pullback is necessary. This bow and arrow type of vibe. We're pulling back to know the precision of where we're going. And I know some people, I'm very right-brained. I know I've been like, so many men have been like, oh, just brush me aside, but that's absolutely fine. It does not matter. I'm very right-brained in how I see the market going on, and it moves a lot from astrology. And the best way I can describe it is it's a pullback, because Sagittarius is pulling its back, a bow and arrow back, to get that precision accurate. Okay, so as it's Sagittarius in a new moon, we will be finding our resistance level, which means we will be going down. However, with our sun in Sagittarius as well, with our sun in Sagittarius, again, it's this pullback energy, but we know the direction we're going in. And with our Mercury in Ophiuchus, and it's going to be there until it goes into Sagittarius, continuing this pullback type of energy, we're in this transformative energy. Now, Mercury is the most potent one when it comes to this, because it rules commerce, it's the energy exchange, that's the umbrella term, which covers monetary, it covers other things as well, but we're not focused on that. Look at my other videos for other things beyond monetary. However, we're in this healing and transformative energy. The entire market, I wish you could see my hands right now because I'm very performative, but the entire market has been low. We've been going low. We've had our highs, but we've been going low. The way the market is exchanging its energy is transforming. I wish you could see my finger, but you know, the mouse is just doing it. We are transforming how we exchange our energy when it comes to this monetary exchange. It is all transforming, and it's transforming in a way where our ego and our energy is moving with this Sagittarius energy in the moon of, we know the precise location where we are going to go in this market, but in that precision we're getting this pullback, and the pullback is only for the propelling forward. Okay, so I'm going to be completely honest. We've got quite a few Sagittarius energies coming up with our sun. We're transforming, transmuting the energy, and we're getting the pullback with the sun, the new moon, as well as Venus, and then Mercury will then go and enter into this as well. I potentially thought we could get a Merry Christmas, and I've said this. I thought we could get this Merry Christmas, you know, like just before, like a push up, and then potentially a sell off during this few days of Christmas period, and then we're back at it again. So basically upward momentum, retesting during the Christmas period, and then back up again going into January 2026. But we have to see how all of this plays out ultimately. Will we be quiet? Because we're here now, Tuesday 16th, we are here. Will we be quiet? Will we just finish off these lows? And most likely, unless there's a big reversal, unless we're pulled up to a higher resistance level, we have most likely found our resistance level, tap a low, enjoy the Christmas period, and then Bob's your uncle and Kofi's your auntie, and we're extending upward after that. If within these few days we don't get a pull up to our new resistance level, if we're trying to finish off the lows and then get a pull up to our resistance level. But when we get into the charts, we'll take a look at it. Oh gosh, let's not go there. I have to put it up. So just going back to the fear and greed index, we're in extreme fear. So a lot of people are not involved in the charts right now. They're just like, it's not happening, it's not going to go on. And this really, not financial advice, not a financial advisor, is the time to get involved. You see, when it's extreme greed, that's when you want to get out. Now is the time to get in. And that's a very, psychologically, it's hard to even comprehend. Looking at the stock to flow model, I don't want to make this video too long, but looking at the stock to flow model, what I'm not liking is we're turning slightly green. As you can see, when we turn green, we're finishing. You know what I mean? We are finishing, but as we're, like, you can tell the yellow is turning a slight tinge. Will we get this pull up? Because as you can see, we were kind of like yellow here, and we came up not higher than it, but slightly higher after we turned. Will this be the case? I'm not entirely sure. Does this show the exact price that Bitcoin was at? 61,000. Yes, it does. No, so that's 100,000. I don't understand this. No, price of the day, 6100 and odd. Okay, so that was at 40,000, and on the green 40,000. So will the 120, because that was the highest Bitcoin reached, will the 120 zone be the highest? Because you know right now we are back down at like 80, as you can see here. Will we just get back up to the 120 region, or will we go higher? But either way, I do feel there could be a potential when it comes to the stock to flow model, a double top as we change color, and then like it dwindles from there, but we'll see if it will be a double top, if we can't reach as high as this, or if we can go higher. We confirmation burp on the if we can go higher, so we'll see. We will see. But let's take a look at the actual chart. So I've got it on the line chart right now, and as you can see, based on the daily, we are underneath the 8 moving average, as well as the 50 and the 200. We're fully under it, and it's like we're coming back to this level. Will we push lower than this level here and potentially come down to this level minimum? 78k. So yeah, 78k, possibly 76. Will we reach those lows again before continuing up? Will this essentially be that Sagittarius energy of that pullback for us to go higher? I'm not sure. We're going to keep an eye. Something I was keeping an eye on, especially when it comes to Bitcoin, is this trend line. This trend line has been there for a minute. Let's go into the W time frame. I don't like using the word week, but this is just the line chart right now, and as you can see, I've had these drawings for a while, so people may be like, do you know what you're talking about? Your girl has been studying this for a while, literally when Bitcoin was making this cup and handle pattern, and I've been following it. That's why I haven't deleted the things, because it's proof, it's evidence. But just looking on the W time frame, I'm not liking the RSI, but we'll get back on it. I am also contemplating, will we want to try and reach this trend line, because parallel channel, sorry, because as you can see, we were in this for a while, we came back. If we put on the line chart, we definitely got close to it. We hit it when it came to the wicks. So I am contemplating, will we want to come back to this level at like the 60 odd K, just under 70k region? Will we want to retest that level, even if it is a quick wick? I'm not entirely sure when it comes to Bitcoin. I feel I want to focus on Bitcoin because it's going to move the entire market. When it comes to the RSI, this is pointing down, as you can see. So I'm like, we are definitely going to go lower. But like I says, do not be alarmed. It's that Sagittarius being pulled back. However, because this is the W time frame, I can't tell until we of course get into the new year, but will we become oversold on the W time frame, or will we just get that lower point than here to create a higher low essentially from these regions and then continue up? So if I just, where was it? Was that about here? Wait. Yeah, it's about this zone. So essentially, could price dip low on the RSI, making it seem low? But if you were to observe where price is compared to this point, price may dip on the RSI, dip lower than this point, like getting close to this zone, basically. I just don't feel, I generally feel we are still in a bull run, So in terms of the oversoldness, especially on the W time frame, the weekly, but we're not weak, but the W time frame, I don't feel we'll become oversold, but potentially getting low, testing these lows, possibly just coming slightly higher than it. So potentially here, if we're to come down, and I feel again that would just be healthy. But would this mean price comes down to this point? I'm not sure. We'll have to see how it goes. But either way, looking on a grander scale of things, like, we're ultimately just up. At this point, we've created a higher high than this point. So we are ultimately just up, especially because this is the line chart. So we just need to see what's going on. On the W time frame, we've sold quite a lot when it comes to the MACD. So it's like it's time to calm down now. So I do feel that if anything, it's this last stretch of what needs to be done, and then we will continue from there. We'll continue from there. That's kind of what I'm seeing. But even here on the daily, we're beneath all of them. So it's just showing me this is a clear break and retest. It's literally a clear break and retest of this zone. And that was a high. We're most likely going to come back down to this point, 75. Even if it's just this wick down, and then we create our structure to build back up again. Could we potentially have a crazy wick down to here and then like a V-shaped recovery, if I can draw it? A potential, oh, just V-shaped recovery, and then we're up and out and then go on up. That was me trying to draw. I intend that, that was cute. But anyway, this V-shaped recovery down to retest this trend line, no, parallel channel at like the 65k, 64k. Personally, even though that may seem alarming because we reached quite high, if we are to do that, that does nothing but confirm a solid structure for continuation to the upside. So I just need you lot to keep aware this Sagittarius energy. It may seem as if we're getting this deep pullback, but it's doing nothing but creating that precision on where it needs to go. So many people may see like, shit, what's going on? What's happening? Blah, blah, blah. But ultimately, let's just delete that. Didn't want that there. But ultimately, Sagittarius is a mature fire sign. It knows what it's doing. If it needs to pull back in that time, it's because it knows where it's going. And because we're in this fear and greed, many retail and people who have shaky feet will just get out or just be scared or whatever. But it's inevitable at some point. Like sometimes in my, not even sometimes, in my head, when it comes to stocks and the amount of people who waited so long when it came to just stocks in general on the, when the internet was like, making its stance. They were patient. When it comes to stocks, you wait much longer than crypto. So I feel even though this seems excruciatingly painful, people in stocks had to wait longer. So just chill. Basically, that is what I am saying. But yeah, let's check the RSI on the daily. So the RSI on the daily, we clearly got rejected by the 50. We had come down. So there may be a potential recovery, slight recovery at this point. And if we do have the recovery here, could this be the lowest? Like, I feel whatever it goes to, it can't push down further. So it's like, if anything, it's this 75k for Bitcoin. If we want to wick further, we're just wicking this 68 plus k quickly, and then a V-shaped recovery up and out. That's what I'm seeing generally if we're to have like a low collapse. But we do need to see, I want to just check the 4-hour time frame. So again, 4-hour, we are underneath all of them. This is just a basic drop down. We are going to drop a leg lower. We're going to drop a leg lower. So will it be like this 73k, or will we come down that slight lower, touching that 64k? But we're definitely going lower than this point, like 100%. We are. But it's for precision and precision only. And this may be delulu, but whatever. Whatever. But yeah, that essentially is what I want to share. We're definitely going lower. We are in our new moon phase. And let's pop on these moon phases so you can actually see for yourself. I feel once we've got a bit of structure, then we can look at all of the other cryptos. But XRP, Ethereum, it's all doing the same thing as Bitcoin right now. So as you can see, we got a bounce. We got this bounce up on our full moon in Taurus, entering a new toroidal field, entering a whole new toroidal field. And now we're going lower. This new moon will come in and it's just like, yep, it's pushed it down about here to go that step lower. And I generally feel we have gone down so low, there's not much more to squeeze out when it comes to these crypto markets. We're in extreme fear. People are bored and fed up, so they're going to push this last leg lower. And I find it very interesting because Christmas, I remember one Christmas, literally the Christmas period, the markets were bullish as fuck. I can't, was that 2021? It might have been 2021. The markets were bullish as fuck. Or was it 2019? Can't remember. Or 2020. No, 2019, the Christmas of 2019 going into 2020. No, it definitely was at 2018 going into 2019. Christmas time, the markets were bullish as fuck. And I remember because I had my son, but I didn't have my daughter at the time. She wasn't conceived yet. So I specifically remember that. But it's like this year is a bit different. It's a bit different. I thought it would have been a Merry Christmas. Like we get this bull run, not bull run like all the way to sky highs, but some momentum upwards and then a sell-off just before Christmas. And then it's just a little quiet and then it continues on up after Christmas. But it's seeming like they're trying to stress people out. So it seems as if we're going to get this sell-off going into Christmas. And then potentially after Christmas, going into the new year, we start making our way up. But we'll see. It's definitely looking like a 2026 bull run, but we can only see. I want to put on the Bollinger Bands and just get an idea on what's going on. So again, price is very low on the Bollinger Band on the 4 hour, but let's check the daily. The daily, do we have space? We're so low, again, on the Bollinger Band on the daily. We could extend that and go down again to that 70k region. 73, 74k if we want to fully test that Bollinger Band before going up. So I'm seeing at the worst this rotted, no, oh fucking hell, I've dropped my drink on the laptop. Please work. Do I need to put it in rice? Let me just finish this video right here. Let me finish it and sort out my baby. But yeah, so with that being said, I do need to just show you while please don't fuck up, please. Oh, it's fucking up. No, tissue. You see what I mean? Young people, I need to get a new laptop, so this crypto needs to work. Or someone needs to send me some money. But before that, where's my internet? Fucking hell, where has it gone? No, that's not it. Anyway. Just stay tuned. If y'all want the new calendar, it is available. And if you're catching this video now, it's literally under £4. It's under £4 for you to get the digital copy of this calendar if you would like it, while I'm wiping this juice off of my laptop. Poor baby. I'm so sorry. Apple laptop. It's £4. Like, I will show you if I can find the fucking thing. Where is it gone? Here it is. It's under £4, people. Under £4. And within this here, not the t-shirts and blah blah, you can get the calendar that we were just looking at, because it finishes in March, and this one starts in April 2026. So for under £4, you can get the whole of this year that's gone on, plus the remaining months up until March 2026, and then this one starting from April 2026. So it's for £4. Grab it while you can, before I realize I need to change it. But with that being said, definitely catch me out on TikTok, YouTube. I'm all there. I do readings if you'd like that, based on the visible sky. And just stay chill, you know what I mean? Stay chill. And even though my worst nightmare came to light, juice falling on my laptop, but we'll sort it out. With that being said, angel out. Bye.